Welcome back to my channel. So we're gonna get into it. This is how my client's hair is looking like before we get into the bowl. She washed her hair about 2 weeks ago, so it's definitely old and time to get a nice refresh. So what I like to do first is go in with a detox. So the detox is actually gonna help soften the hair and make it more absorbent. Sometimes the issue with our wash and goes is that our hair isn't even absorbing the water and the products just end up sitting on top. So the main goal is to get the hair to actually absorb water so that your hair can remain soft and hydrated. I also like to use my steamer to go the entire shampoo service because every single product that I'm using is going to allow it to penetrate deeper into her strands. For the second treatment, I'm going in with the Bond Bar number 3. It's a reconstructing bonding treatment. So what bonding treatments do, it adds more bonds to your hair. Bonds are different than protein. So everybody has protein in their hair and bonds as well. But over time, the bonds is what actually links the protein together. So over time, just normal wear and tear, the bonds can start to loosen, causing loss of elasticity. Your hair could be a lot more frizzy and it could be a lot drier. So doing a bonding treatment helps to strengthen your hair. It helps to close the gaps so that your hair's elasticity and your spring factor is a lot better. And it's also going to help trap in a lot more water. So it's going to make your hair softer and keep it more hydrated. This is an intense treatment and it's not needed often. I do it for my clients about every 3 to 4 months. Now this is where the real magic happens. So my client suffers from a little bit of hair thinning and hair loss, so we're working to regrow her hair. So one of the tools that I like to use is an infrared massaging brush. This is gonna help circulate the blood flow around her scalp, and the infrared light sends tiny pulses of light deep to her follicles to help wake them up. So the goal is the more nutrients that you have in your body, aka making sure your vitamins are on top, you're drinking enough water, all of that good stuff, all of that nutrients is in your blood. And blood also has oxygen. So you have iron, oxygen, you have all this good stuff, vitamin B12, all of the good things rushing to that scalp because of all that stimulation. And that is what helps for hair to grow. This is why I really love the Kingston Curls package for all of my first time clients because we can really intensely treat the hair so that you can get as much curl pattern and hydration in your first service as possible. If we don't do all of these steps, then you would end up with a wash and go that will frizz up in about 3 days and you'll be very upset that you paid money and the style didn't even last. So I really recommend getting these treatments for your first time visiting so that we can ensure your hair is getting what it needs so it can respond how I know it can. After the 3 shampoos, I go in with my stimulating conditioner around her hairline and I use moisturizing conditioner on her ends to replenish all of that moisture and to seal the cuticle. So contrary to popular belief, oil and other products do not seal the cuticle. Conditioner seals the cuticle. Once your hair has conditioner on it, your hair is now locking in all of that water and moisture from the conditioning agent. Now this product right here is called Curly Magic Stimulator for a reason. So this really helps to lock in water in your hair. It is made mostly of aloe vera and the aloe vera expands and locks water into your hair. That is what is actually hydrating your hair, not the product itself, but the fact that it is holding water into your hair. Now, my favorite combo is to use this with the iCreate Hold. It's going to really help to add another layer of hold and make it to where her curls are nice and defined and are not going to frizz up so they last for days and days. So after we put all of the products in at the bowl, ideally you can do that in the shower just to get them in there. Now we're going section by section, row by row, and I'm just smoothing the curls through. You already have curls. Products don't create curls for you. What we're doing is locking in what you naturally have. So all I'm doing is smoothing and detangling the hair so that it can lay how I want to. So I wanted to show you guys in the front how I try to camouflage her thin areas. So as you can see, her front and middle area is where it's thinner. So I go kind of diagonal, and the goal is to smooth it and just gently drop it down so that it lays down. You don't want to rake too much, like with your fingers, and just rake, because that will cause the hair to bounce and fluff up, and it's not gonna lay down. So I get that all the time. How do you get your roots to really lay down? This is really how you do it. You want to grab diagonal sections and just gently smooth it down. Taking your time really helps this process go really well, but if you are ever in a rush, you'll notice the difference with how your wash and go comes out. And keep in mind too, you see how white her hair is? Saturation is key. Your hair should be white and creamy. You know, that's gonna all dry clear, but that way the product is absorbing into your hair and it's causing that cast so that your hair can last for a good 7 to 10 days.
Trust in me, baby. I wake from my slumber. I wish I could call you up. Miss how you put your love on me. Hey, oh, boy, you got my number. Wish I could feel your love. Wish you could follow up on me. Hold on until the end. Hold on till you can't extend. I'll be clinging on to you. I'll be clinging on to you. And then begin again, orbiting around and then.
Alright, so we got all the products and smoothing in. So now I'm gonna have her sit under the dryer for at least an hour. The reason why you want the hair to set under a dryer is so you can have that cast truly form. And see, nice and clear. Diffusing is optional. I basically do this to kind of help break the roots up a little bit so that when I go in and section the cut, it's a lot easier and I'm not catching too many curls and frizzing them out. So I just kind of do this to give you like a styled look, but this is completely optional. So here I'm just mapping out her hair and kind of seeing how I want to cut her shape. We're just doing a basic shape up, so just like a curly trim. We're not having to cut a lot to create shape. It's mostly going to be where the sides and back to connect everything. That's where you're going to get that more seamless look and get the angles and shape in there. So just enjoy this custom curly cut. That's about it, y'all. So I hope you enjoyed and learned a little bit new. I hope this helps you with your technique at home, and just keep practicing. You're gonna get better the more you do it. It's about patience and practice. But the more you're doing something, the better your hair is gonna respond to it. So just keep up at it, and I know that your results are gonna be looking great in no time. On my lap, hey, they saying Drizzy just snap. This in between us is not like a store, this isn't a closable gap. Hey, I see some niggas attack and don't end up kicking it back. I know that they at the crib going crazy down bad. What they had didn't last, damn baby. Yeah, where did these niggas be at when they say they doing all this and all that? In the trenches, relax. Can you not put that little boy in the clothes? We do not listen to rap. We in Atlanta, how about her week? Telling me taste the death. Pointing at nigga who act like a killer, but you only one from the neck. I'm like the baby, I'm not just a rapper. You play with me, you gon' get straight. Breathe
straight to the hood. Surround Drake, round Drake. Even though I got the cake, but do what it takes. And I never been embraced, and the money's hard to make. So I bet they on their face right now. When he tell the story, that's not how it went. Know they be lying 100%. Moved out of the wrist and forgot about the bed. Now they just call me to tell me come get it. Now that boy off and I don't want no credit. If it was me, they wouldn't regret it. Left me for dead and now they won't get it. Party still bleeding, my niggas still eat it. Back out a little, let the garden eat it. Little talk bitter, just spilling the tea. And then Shawty came back and said she didn't mean it. It's hard to believe it. I know that they at the crib gone crazy down there. What they had didn't last. Down there, what they had didn't last. Damn baby, down there, what they had didn't last. Damn baby, down there, what they had didn't last. Damn baby, down there, what they had didn't last. Damn baby.
But you give